This week, we talk about that spot on casting for Tombstone in the new Spider Man Brand New Day movie. We talk about an enigmatic post that makes us think Brainiac might be coming to the Man of Tomorrow movie. We get real excited about that new Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, and so much more. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Ay, 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 ay!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
I'm Taylor Oxford.
And this week, we are back to talk about all the fun stuff happening out there in the pop culture universe. And before we jump into any of that, I just wanted to mention that if you hear some weird noises, my dogs are running wild on my end and Taylor's driving on his end. So you might hear some fun things in the background, but we're still here. We're still going to talk nerd and talk about all the great stuff happening this past week. But before we do any of that, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
This week I've been nerding out about drawing. I got a new sketch pad and I've been doing doodles basically constantly.
Oh, nice.
Something I used to do a lot. I used to paint and stuff. You've seen some of my paintings.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's just something that I put on the back burner for years, basically, and I'm just kind of getting back into it. It's something that I was told by my doctor to do, and at first I thought it was kind of silly, but now I'm like kind of into it. So
nice.
It's kind of one of those things that's like now I kind of got the itch.
Yep.
And it seems to be he was right. So it's pretty fulfilling.
That's awesome. Do you draw, things inspired by stuff we love, or do you draw original things? Like, what do you love to draw?
I like to draw, like, I don't know. Lately I've been drawing a lot of Creepers.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Grim Reaper ghost kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like a shy guy, but it's a Reaper with a little tail.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I've been drawing a lot of those. Draw a lot of like mushrooms. Drawing a lot of Mario adjacent things, I guess.
Yeah.
Like bob-ombs.
Oh, okay.
I love to draw a good bob-omb. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's something about it that I just really like the way it's designed with the eyes, everything, and then it has like little shoes and stuff. I don't know. I really like the design of a bob-omb.
You just gave me the biggest nostalgic flashback to something that happened maybe 5 or 6 years ago when Oliver, my oldest son, was maybe about 5 years old, maybe 6. He drew an entire comic book where Bob-omb was the good guy and everyone else was the bad guys. And it's all from Bob-omb's point of view. And I just remember thinking, wow, dude, you're 5 and this is so good.
That's awesome.
Well, man, I'm trying to think. I believe this week I'm nerding out about comic books again. I don't know if you listeners listening knew this, but last week, DC and Marvel released their first crossover comic book in decades. It was called Deadpool and Batman. Have you seen this yet, Taylor, or heard of it or anything?
I've seen all the covers, and that's about it.
Yeah. It's funny because that's one of the things on my pull list, and shout out to William at Elite Comics. The one he pulled for me, he didn't pull the main cover, he pulled the Scotty cover for me, and I thought, oh sweet, this Scotty Young cover is so cool. I didn't even ask for that, but it is a fun book. There's lots of good stories inside. One of them's even written by Kevin Smith, and that's kind of fun. And in November, they're doing the opposite. This one, I believe, comes from Marvel, and in November, it's going to be officially from DC, so the company that's specifically doing it, but they're doing an issue now and an issue in a couple more months, and it's just fun. I love when they cross these guys over. But between that book and I keep reading the new issues of the Captain Planet book and all the absolute Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman books, it's just a good time to be reading comics right now.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's jump into some news. Over with Marvel, I know you and I have talked for so long about, oh man, I bet you they're going to work up to a Young Avengers and all this and all that. And, well, someone was recently interviewed this past week, and it sounds like that is officially happening. It's not just speculation anymore, it's officially happening. And there's this unnamed movie coming out in 2027 before we get the final Avengers movie of this era of Marvel. And it sounds like that might be the Young Avengers movie officially. So that's kind of cool to get some confirmation on this.
Yeah, that's way cool, especially since I called it years ago at this point.
You totally did. How many times have you done that on this podcast?
I don't know. Maybe I should be making money off this stuff.
Right? Put in your early wagers, guys. What Taylor said. Let's bet on it.
At least when it comes to MCU stuff.
Right? Oh, this week. So, as of us recording, it's not quite out yet, but by the time you guys listen to this episode, Marvel Zombies is premiering this week. So, by the time this episode is out, you guys can go watch the first 4 episodes of Marvel Zombies. And I'm kind of
Oh,
excited for it.
yeah, it looked pretty good.
And it's funny, it's not even out yet, and they've already greenlit season 2 of it, and that's already in development. So, they must have some high hopes for this series. People do like a
Yeah,
good
well, I
zombie
mean,
flick.
people like zombie stuff in general.
Yep. Oh man, there's been a lot of stuff going on about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Did you see the news that Tom Holland got injured doing a stunt on the set?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried.
Yeah, it sounds like he was rushed to the hospital, had a head injury, had a concussion. Nothing, lethal or whatever, but head injuries are no joke.
Yeah, no, not at all.
But we hope he's doing well and they can get back to it. And not just for us, who want to see this movie, but for him, we want the dude to stay healthy.
For sure. Yeah, he's my favorite Spider-Man.
Right? He's awesome. And it's funny, I have students at school who ask me all the time, who's your favorite Spider-Man? And it's hard because I love different things about all three of them. But usually I go with MCU, Tom Holland, even though Toby was my first. I'm a Tom guy.
Yeah.
Oh, other Spider-Man news. So we know we've had those Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse movies, and the actor Marvin Jones III, who was the voice of Tombstone. And if you guys don't know who that actor is, think CW's Black Lightning. He was the guy that played Tobias Whale. Well, he was the voice of Tombstone in the Across the Spider-Verse animated movies, and he was just officially cast as Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that's kind of cool.
It's way cool.
The dude totally looks the part. It's great casting all around.
That'd be cool to see a live action version of that character.
Oh, I know. And a dude that's technically already played him in the animated stuff, so it's cool that he gets to do both.
Uh-huh.
The final thing with Spider-Man is we already know that Hulk is going to show up in this movie, but the latest news about Hulk is that he's going to go savage, meaning his Savage Hulk form is going to happen at some point towards the end of this movie. And from what I read, it sounds like it's going to spill over in the next few Avengers movies that when he hulks out, he's Savage Hulk. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that will be cool. We haven't seen a Hulk kind of out of control in a while.
Oh, I know. I'm ready for some Unleashed Hulk. Let's see, Daredevil Born Again. We know that show was great. Well, season 2 is coming out fairly soon. We still got a little while. They're already done filming and everything. But even ahead of season 2's release, it's already been greenlit for a season 3. So that's good news for people, hankering for some more Daredevil.
Yeah, I just hope they end this next season pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
But that makes me nervous that I'm gonna have another year of waiting for something that's
Right.
not ending, because that ending of that last one was so harsh.
Oh, I know. Left on such a cliffhanger, and I guess at least with a cliffhanger, well, I should say with Marvel with a cliffhanger, at some point they'll hopefully resolve it. Can't say that with all of our favorite shows from other properties.
Yeah.
Speaking of some of these shows, I just read a thing recently that this Vision Quest series that we're about to get, it's going to be the first Marvel project in a long time that has some callbacks and ties to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series. So it didn't say what it was going to be, it just said that it's going to have some, and now I'm super looking forward to see what that's all about.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Maybe we'll see Daisy or, Quake, whatever you want to call her. Or, I don't know, who knows? Because Coulson, he died in the Avengers movie, but then he gets brought back to life in this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series, and we haven't seen him. And then we get this weird parallel world version of Coulson. I want to see Coulson again. I hope we get to see him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The final thing with the live action Marvel stuff. Recently, this past week, we've had some Hollywood deaths, and the actor Robert Redford passed away, and he was 89 years old, but he played that Hydra agent, Alexander Pierce, in Captain America Winter Soldier, and I thought he did a good job. He was a super bad dude in that movie.
Yeah, he was awesome in that movie, actually.
But yeah, rest in peace to Robert Redford.
Also, I miss Russo Captain America movies.
Right. It'd be nice to get one of those again. Well, I'm glad they got their hands on the Avengers movies. That's going to be so good.
Yeah.
Well, the final couple of things with Marvel has to do with the comics, and you guys listening know that the past couple of years I've been reading the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Volume 2 version of that, and it is so dang good. But that is going to be wrapping up soon, the new Ultimate Universe, and from what I read this week, it sounds like it's going to have a major impact on the actual Marvel Comics 616 universe, so I'm anxious to see what that's going to be.
I wonder if they're just going to go back into that universe.
I don't know, maybe. Because this one's going congruently side by side with the main universe. And these guys are so different from the main versions of themselves. And yeah, who knows what they're going to do, but I'm going to miss these books because they're just so good.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just not doing it as well.
I don't know. And they've been doing them with all kinds of properties, not just Spider-Man. There's been Spider-Man, X-Men, Black Panther. There's a book just called The Ultimates, and there's I think even a few more, but they're so good. And I've only really been reading the Spider-Man one because if I had time to read everything I wanted to read, that would mean I probably don't have a job or something because there's so much I want to read right now. But I only have so much time, and just from the Spider-Man alone, it's so good, and I'm just anxious to see how they wrap it up, and hopefully it's not the end of these characters because I really enjoy them.
Oh, for sure.
Well, over with DC, this week on social media, James Gunn shared a photo of the script for the Man of Tomorrow movie. And on the front of the script, there's an image. It looks like, some anatomy textbook image of a man's head, and you can see his brain from the inside. And there's a picture of a man's brain on the cover of this script, which is leading many people to believe Brainiac's the bad guy because there's a brain right there.
Yeah.
And if so, I'm totally for it. I love that character, and we have not seen him in a live action movie yet. I think that'll be awesome.
Could also be just Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, that's true. With his psychic abilities and everything, and he could be just throwing us off a little bit.
I mean, isn't he already in the movies?
It's true. He showed up in both Superman and Peacemaker season 2 already, so that's true. And speaking of Peacemaker, that show continues to be great. How far into that are you yet?
I'm like 3 or 4 in.
Okay. I think this week's gonna be 5.
Okay.
And the most recent one ended with him pretty much saying goodbye to this life. I'm going to go live in that other world now, and shuts the portal behind him. And the trailer for next week looks like the rest of the gang is trying to go get him, but they don't know how to use the portal and all this stuff. And speaking of Peacemaker, did you see this week that Dave Bautista almost played Peacemaker?
No, but that makes sense.
Because of his, friendship with James Gunn and everything.
Yeah.
But in the end, it just didn't work out. And now in this interview, Dave Bautista said he's very glad he didn't get it because this role was made for John Cena.
Gotta love wrestling friends.
Oh, I know. Last time we talked a little bit about how Paramount is in the running to purchase Warner Brothers and DC Studios. But this week, another group came out with their name in the mix. It sounds like Netflix wants to purchase Warner Brothers and DC Studios. That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be kind of crazy.
Imagine all the stuff we love going onto that app. I guess I could let go of a couple streaming services if that happens.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I gotta add a streaming service because of WWE is now on ESPN.
Oh, dang. Well, that's dumb.
just for their paid live events.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm paying $30 a month to watch one paid live event a month.
Gotcha. Man, that's
which
annoying.
isn't awful, but like at the same time, it's like I had Peacock and I was just paying the Peacock price for everything.
Yeah.
So it's just one more app. It's frustrating.
Right? Let's see. The last thing I have with DC for this week, this one's also over in the comics. Just like how Marvel has their Ultimate Universe and it's so good right now, DC has recently come up with their Absolute Universe, which I've talked about a ton, I feel like. And the Ultimate Batman finally revealed what their Joker looks like. And I don't know if you've seen these images, but he kind of looks like that Titan Joker from the Arkham games. Can you picture what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw a picture of him.
Oh, it's crazy.
Actually, I had a really confusing conversation about absolutes and absolute in DC.
Uh-huh.
Because you know how like DC has those absolute collections,
Uh-huh.
but they also now have an absolute
Universe.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was trying to explain to my friend at work, I go, so I have these things called absolutes, but they're not that.
Right.
And so I had to explain to him, and he goes, oh, that's kind of confusing. I go, yeah, it's kind of weird that they decided to use that word, knowing it's so synonymous, that word is, with collections at DC. So I thought that was really weird, and it didn't occur to me. It's probably because they didn't want to use like a word like extreme or like ultimate or
Extreme DC.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally see it in the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, there was Extreme X-Men for a while.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yep. Well, over with Star Wars, this week they released the first official trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie that's coming out next year in May. And it's the same trailer that someone leaked on some really poor quality cell phone video a couple of weeks ago. But, oh man, what a good trailer. It was so cool to see it in HD. And have you had a chance to see this trailer yet?
I have not.
As soon as we're done, you should check it out. It's so good. And it's just totally upped the hype for this movie. And knowing that this movie is one step closer to all these great shows kind of finally combining into this ultimate movie with Boba Fett and Ahsoka and all these guys. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good time, actually.
Elsewhere out there in the pop culture universe, as of us recording right now, this hasn't happened yet, but this week, the final trailer for Wicked for Good is coming out. And, I know you are so excited about that. But I'm super excited about this. So I can't wait to see that trailer.
When does it come out?
So by the time the listeners are listening, it should already be out. It's supposed to come out Wednesday this week.
The new trailer?
Yeah, it says it's going to be the final trailer. And then we're only about, what is this, the end of September? We're less than 2 months away from this movie. And it is going to make numbers. I know it is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely it will.
Oh, this one kind of snuck up out of nowhere on me. But last week, season 2 of Gen V came out.
Yeah, I saw that. It came out. I was like, man, I gotta watch that. I didn't even realize it was that close.
And it was a 3-episode premiere. And my goodness, the boys are back, basically. That whole
That's
universe.
awesome.
It's crazy. The actor that played the character Andre in real life passed away, so that's something they had to deal with in this show. And I feel like they really did a good job of making that happen in this show, making it make sense why that character's not here anymore. And it actually
Yeah.
plays into the plot heavily. But if you're a fan of the boys in that franchise, this show it's no different than the rest of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, the last thing elsewhere out there that I have this week. Have you seen this trailer for this new movie called The Bride, it's basically like a modern retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein, but Christian Bale is playing
Yes.
Frankenstein's
Yeah, I
monster.
did. I
And that,
did hear. I heard about it. I only and I saw like a sneak trailer, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
it looks crazy.
Yeah.
There's this part where he's trying to protect her from these bad jerk looking dudes out on the streets. And I say modern retelling, it's not like the 1800s, but it looks like it's maybe the 50s. So that's modern compared to the original.
Yeah.
But he's out in the streets with the bride, and these dudes start messing with her, and he just beats the snot out of him. It looks crazy.
Awesome.
Well, hey, that's all the news for this week. Make sure you guys get out there and watch some of those trailers we talked about and read some of those books. But hey, as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
I'm Taylor Oxner.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor channel, same Taylor time.
Bye.
Bye.